Yo, what's up? This is Splendid Radio on Farside TV with my co-host Jeremy Scippio.
What's going on, people?
Yeah, man, we got a very special guest, just. Hey, you know why I said that, Jeremy. We'll get into that a little bit later.
Of
But you know exactly why I just said that.
course,
And
of
it has
course.
something to do with you telling me that bottle looked like you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, we have a guest in the building. I appreciate you acknowledging
Yeah.
that. Oh man.
So yeah, man. With that being said, you know what I'm saying? Man, been a hell of a month, man. 1 month down. Dude, this month seemed like we done aged in dog years, man.
You ain't lying. And the fact that we started off with well, Trump and I can't think of the department, but announced that they were going to be moving away from any other holiday, no Black History Month, anything that acknowledges any other identity other than American. They said that we're only going to celebrate. They said one holiday, Fourth of July as only holiday. And right when that was about to get set in stone, Trump was like, "Hey, let's acknowledge Black History Month." So, we are that just shows you the type of roller coaster we're in for. I feel like it's these emotional sentiments. Um, by I'll be specific, but I don't want to get into race wars. I think white males, you know, older white males feel disenfranchised. They feel like their voices are being heard, and I feel like this modern this Trump run is to acknowledge them and uplift them specifically. So that's why they're moving away from DEI and all these things that were considered progression. But we'll get more into that. But yeah, you're right. It's been a very, very interesting 2025 so far, and it's a roller coaster, man. Every 2 months in, I can't imagine 6 months in, 10 months in. Yeah, that's gonna be crazy.
Man, I tell you what, the craziest thing that I've seen out of this year is society looking at something that's clearly something and people's imagination. And dude, when I was growing up, I watched the Brady Bunch. You know what I'm saying? I watched a couple of cartoons and whatnot,
Uh-huh.
and I thought I was kind of wild, man. But my imagination is trampled and toppled by these people that you could show somebody something, dude, and they will argue, debate you, want to throw their life down in front of it, throw religion and God and all this on top of it, and tell
Yes.
you that you're not looking at what you're looking at.
That's that. At this point, I feel like that's just clever marketing. You know, like not only what's it I can't think of, is it a movie or something where somebody was getting cheated on. And it was like, oh, how could you? It's like, you gonna believe me or your lying eyes? That's kind of where we at right now.
Hey, hey, that's exactly where it is. But nah, man, I want to wish you a belated happy birthday, man.
Oh, thank you.
You know, it was
Yeah,
good
man.
catching up with you, having that little grown up drink before your comedy show last week, man. Once again, I
Yeah,
always enjoy myself in Long Beach.
absolutely. And I also hope whenever I perform, you don't interpret it as you know, what'd you say about the dude? You said just tap dancing or pulling down my pants or whatever you said.
Oh,
I hope that I exhibit some level of intellect and intelligence when I do.
nah. I tell you what, man. Um, the interesting part about your show is that you went into current events and it was a highly Hispanic audience. I would say about 99%. And you poke fun and made light of in a very artistic way of what's going on right now. And not, I was sitting back, not wanting you to fail, but I was saying, how's he gonna do this? And you did it. You know what I'm saying? And I would say that that is a talented comedian right there that can take people on a journey through some turbulent times,
Yeah.
and to get the crowd to engage in the comedy. And you kept on going. And I was just like, man, he kept on going. I was like, but they kept on going.
I was like, yo, I was looking for some Latino for Trump shirts out there.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, man. Once again, turbulent times. This is the thing. You know, we don't have to go too deep into it because I know we got a lot of topics to get to. But this is what I'm good at. You know, thing is like developing comedy and structure and all that stuff. That's the work job for that's the work part of it for me. It's like a job, you know.
Mm.
Um, Current events topical, like it's nothing. Like I breathe that. So you know, mixing the two, there's other elements as well, storytelling. Um, you know, it's I feel like how you develop like you know to be a really good, well-rounded comedian.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, topical. I used to get stuck in that, but the thing is, with topical, you got to get it out fast, and nowadays you got to put it online fast. If it ain't out there, it ain't online, then you kind of wasting your time. So for me, I just like the fact that people can get on board and in tune with me. We locked in. That's the only thing that's important to me. But yeah, but once again, you're welcome to come out anytime. I ain't gonna lie, I thought since it was Paul Rodriguez show, it was gonna be sold out like the last one, but but we had a good time. The people had a good time.
Well, the interesting part for me is that it was interesting because there was a female Hispanic comic, and
Yeah.
she was making fun of her people, and jokey joke, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying, and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I saw how the crowd, they were feeling it, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying. And then when you went up and you started to tiptoe into the jokey joke, I was like, oh man, he's not hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not hurt. And hey man, you kept on going. But once again, you kind of ushering me into this live comedy space. Uh, that's where you see a true comedian, when he can get out of his comfort zone and he can take people on a ride. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like you took them on a journey, and they wanted more. Like man, I was amazed. It was a great night. We started
Mhm.
off with a couple adult beverages over at the spot, man, and then moved on into the
Yeah,
club.
you put me on. You put me on in so many ways, so I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, man. Now it's your birthday, man. I felt like, you know what I'm saying. I gotta. But the funny part. So when we were at the little spot having a drink, homeboy that was talking to us, he made me feel old, man. He made me feel old.
Why you say that?
Well, cause he looked older, but he was hell of a young. You know what I'm saying? And
He
I
was
want to say
he was 4 years. He was 4 years older than me.
oh man, yeah, yeah, man. I was like, oh man, this is this is something else. But anyway, let's
Mhm.
proceed on to the Grammys, man.
Absolutely.
So you had the privilege of being in the house. What were some of the sights, sounds, smells?
Yeah. Oh, what happened?
Nah, I
What's
said you
that?
were at the Grammys. What were some
Oh,
of the
I
sight?
was.
Yeah, what were some of the sights, sounds, and smells?
Oh, so look, I actually didn't get around as much as I normally do at these award shows. This is my first Grammys. So I decided to be on my best behavior. You know, I work so to clue people in, I do stand and work on the Grammys. I do different award shows, I do different things, whatever, different jobs, but this one specifically, I was stand-in, which means I pretty much stood in for different artists. I practiced during rehearsal. I accepted awards and gave speeches on behalf of artists like Kendrick Lamar and Shabuzi. Yeah, I got to see all the performance ahead of time. You know, I got to interact with Trevor Noah and you know all that stuff. I say one thing I learned is, you know, I want to host award shows in the future, and I learned that rehearsal and the show are two different beasts because with Trevor, a lot of his jokes hit way harder during rehearsal, but during the show, they weren't hitting as much. And I feel like the reason why is because they kept bringing up all the you know, it which makes sense because they're trying to raise money for the wildfires.
Mm-hmm.
So they kept bringing up like, hey, there's a lot of devastation, pray for LA, all that stuff. And yeah, I just feel like it kind of put a damper on the events. Also, the venue crypto arena is huge. It's huge. So for a joke to land or you know a setup that's designed for television to hit the back, because I'm trying to tell you, the seats, there are some seats that are people are sitting directly parallel above you in the sky. I got to look up the capacity of that place, but it's freaking huge. Um, Also, I was a part of the televised Grammy performances. Uh, I wasn't a part of the pre-show, which had their own. You know, they had a thing at the Peacock where they were doing award like literally Anderson Paak he won a award and what's I think Kendrick Lamar won three over there. Yeah, he won three awards over there. He won two on the main stage. Um, a couple other people, you know, I wasn't privy to that one, but you know, I heard the rumblings, of course. Um, yeah, it's an experience. I did not participate in the red carpet as well, and I'll even tell you why. You know, I worked the BET Awards, I worked the VMAs, I worked so many award shows, and the red carpets tend to be a little more flashier. That like how you say you know they say you compete with the Joneses.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I realized they are, and it turned out to be as fun. So this time I was like, even though it was my first Grammys, I was like, oh whatever, I'm not worried about the red carpet. But I didn't realize all the other red carpets are imitations of the Grammys red carpet and the Oscars red carpet. That's the real red carpet. So that was my bad for being so laid back, you know, being entitled with the privilege that I've been just been bestowed upon me. But going forward, best believe if I do the Oscars, I will be there in a tux. I will walk the red carpet and I will do it proudly. The thing that I missed most about the red carpet was the situation with
Hey.
Kanye and his wife. I would say being at the Grammys was interesting because Kanye, when he did the stunt on the red carpet with his wife, Kanye showed up to the red carpet with his wife, and his wife had a fur coat on. She dropped the fur coat on the ground, and she just had nothing but uh, they called it an invisible dress, but she pretty much was naked. This it sucked up all the air in the entire venue. Like literally everybody was on their phones while stuff was happening. And that's all they could talk about. I thought that was pretty impressive. I'm not gonna lie. I do think Kanye has some mental issues, but at the same time, it does not interfere with the fact that this dude is a marketing genius. Because that moment was worth a Grammy. I really have to give it to him on that one.
So, uh, what I saw online that was like, once again, marketing genius. Oh, dude, he got Don Lemon so good, man.
Oh, that was good. That was good.
He got him good, and he knew it would gain traction and throw him into a media loop. And Don Lemon knew too. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I think that because Don Lemon posted about it after the fact and kind of made light or whatever. But I think at that level, Don Lemon doing his own thing away from CNN and whatnot,
Hmm.
it didn't really hurt his feelings that Kanye alley ooped him. They alley ooped each other. That's how I look at it.
That's true, but there is a moment there's this moment because I've experienced it, and I probably made people feel this way. I'll be honest. But the moment where he said, "Don Lemon, Don Lemon," you're right because Don Lemon, you could tell it was a dig when he called him Kanye. Kanye, if you guys don't know, Kanye prefers to be referred to as Ye. Right now, in his current life, he's Ye. If you call him Kanye, he considers it offensive. I alternate between the two just out of respect. But at the end of the day, that's always Kanye to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Kanye's a bad name. Personally, I think there needs to be at least one Kanye working, but he wants to be Ye. Don Lemon, he knows this, whether he admits it or not. He's like, Kanye, what artist do you want to promote or put on? I felt it that you're absolutely right with the alley oop because that was two digs. One is you call him Kanye. Two, you want him to promote somebody else as opposed to himself, which Kanye West, if you know him, he is there to promote himself always. Always. That's crazy. So when he said that, and Don Lemon, oh yeah, Kanye responded back with a tit for tat. He said, give me a second. He said, I'm focused on something. He goes, all right. He tells the Dutch dude, he goes, yeah, no interviews. That was funny. Not gonna
Hey,
lie. Not gonna lie. That's funny. But on a serious note, sometimes people feel that way. Now I understand Kanye can be petty, but when these people are, let's just say this it's a newer artist who this is like their first Grammy, or they're new to the whole experience. It's important for them to take it in and like focus. So I respected what he had to say at that point because it was just like whether he was joking or not, you have to take him at his word because you never know what he's walking into. You know what I'm saying? He's a legitimate artist who uh makes good music, and if you don't want to have to talk, if you don't want to have to interact with an interviewer at this point, then you shouldn't have to. So I respected that, even though I do feel like Kanye was clowning. I respect it. I respected it when he said that, whether he was trolling or not. You gotta live in the troll because when he said, "Hey," he goes, "Give me a second, I'll focus on something."
you know what though? I've
That
had
was tight.
I've had that feeling before. It wasn't like that. I can't. Oh, you know what it was?
What was
So,
that?
um, I'm a huge Red Hot Chili Pepper fan, and we were at
Man.
Brown and I were at this Gorillas at Coachella, and put it this way, this is how cracking it was. Brown is performing with Gorillas. Jay-Z and Beyonce are on the side of the stage. This was probably about like 2008, maybe 2006, 2008, something like that. But it was the backstage was ridiculous. It was all kind of on the stage. It wasn't backstage.
Mm-hmm.
Well back like on the stage while they were performing. So after everything was done, uh I see Flea, and Flea's working
Mm-hmm.
on this project with Damon. And so back where Damon and all them were, there was like food and some drinks and stuff like that. But the Kraken part was not the area that they were in. It was just like immediately behind the stage or whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
I see Flea and I go up to him and I'm like, oh man, I'm a hell of a chili pepper fan, man. Can I get a picture real quick? And he was like, oh man, I just want to see my friend, man. I just man, man, I want to see my friend. And he played me off. So I remember feeling like, oh man, I put myself out there. But shoot, with when the people who I'm there with, when Jay-Z and Beyonce are on the stage, I want to say, dude, there was some people there, man. I can't even. It was a massive night. So anyway,
Mm-hmm.
I had a conversation with a group member from De La Soul, and
Okay.
and and this was like after the fact or whatever. And I remember saying, man, I was like, I like the Red Hot Chili Peppers, man. But Flea kind of got me. And then he was like, nah, man, it was just a moment, dude. That's his homeboy.
Yeah.
Don't take it personally. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I
anyway,
mean, it's so many. The thing is, there's so many microtransactions that happen in that period that literally it gets blown out of proportion because it's the red carpet. You know what I mean? I just understand because I've had misunderstandings and I know people misunderstand me interacting with celebrities. It's always a toss up. It's 50-50 every time. You just never know. You can have the best interaction on the planet, or you can have an awkward moment, and then people will tell the story of the awkward moment, and they won't respect the fact that these are people too. Case in point, Babyface. Babyface was interacting with the Associated Press. The Associated Press, which is a publication that's highly respected, they were in the demographic of the people as well. These were two white women.
influencers.
Well, you're right, but also regardless, they were younger white women who, at the end of the day, and they retracted this, but I can see with I have eyes, I
Yeah.
can see. Was it Chapel Roan? Chapel Roan is a bigger artist to them than Babyface. So when they saw Babyface they was interviewing Babyface on the red carpet, and they saw Chapel Roan, they ran to Chapel Roan. But that's because that's who their idol is. I wouldn't. Somebody could say Chapel Roan, Chapel Roan, Chapel Roan, bro. I wouldn't even turn. I said, who the fuck? No, I'm cool with Dave Chappelle. I want to see Babyface right now. I mean, because Babyface from my era is up there. So literally, because they had the nerve to deviate from the Chapel Roan, sorry, from the Babyface interview to go see Chapel Roan, they had to then apologize because they disrespected Babyface in some way, shape, or form. I hear that, respect to everybody, but Babyface has done more for music in general than Chapel Roan has at this point. So these are the type of misunderstandings that happen on the red carpet. Oh, what up, Slink?
There you go. He can't hold on, let me tell him.
What up? What up? What up? What up? What up?
What up,
Yeah.
Slink?
All right.
What's good?
What up?
We talking about I don't know if you've seen the Grammys with Babyface and Babyface and Associate was it Associated Press, pretty much them girls that was like they heard about Chapel Roan. They was interviewing Babyface, but they saw Chapel Roan in the distance, and they was like Chapel Roan. Babyface was like, go handle that. And they dissed Babyface for Chapel Roan. You have any thoughts on
But
that?
but
I think you got a lot of young people who are out of touch with that generation really and don't really realize who Babyface is. They know he's a famous guy, but they don't understand his impact. I think, I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah,
Real quick,
go ahead.
Jeremy.
Yeah,
First off, I want to give a shout out to Ben Frank. I owe you a package. I'm gonna shoot
yeah,
you some
Frank.
tracking. I'm gonna shoot him some tracking, man. I got to, man. He faithful in a mug. But I'm gonna give a small shout out to your homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Delion is up in here, and we gonna get to him. You know what I'm saying? we gonna get to Delion. We gonna wait until we progress down. Dang, did we flip? We skipped. You know what?
What's up? Talk about.
Hold on one sec. Let me get Slink back in here, and then we can go to that conversation. Because I was thinking, I really didn't touch it too much. Oh no, we do got it. We do got it. So no, it'll
Yeah,
be there in a second.
I'm here. Give me a
yeah,
second. I'm here, Greg. I'm here. I'm here.
yeah.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
just keep moving. We'll
Yeah,
get
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah. Well, no. I wasn't saying to just stop everything, but I was just saying before I get into whatever. But nah, we can go into that. Boy, oh boy, your boy Delion, man. He was a faithful maple leafer around this mug. You know what I'm saying?
Maple leafer.
he was he was a
Oh man.
yeah, he was a faithful maple leaf around this mud. And boy oh boy, man. Uh yeah, that's a bad analogy. That's a
No,
bad
no, no,
analogy.
no. It was a great one. Continue,
Well,
continue.
no, the
Continue.
analogy I was gonna get is like, man, uh Drake attempted to do to people's minds the Jedi mind trick that Trump did to people, but Kendrick was just Yoda on that ass. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, you got to elaborate. You got to elaborate.
So
I'm not.
Delion,
I'm with you. But I just want to hear
okay.
it.
So
Yeah.
so Delion was a faithful. Oh no, he probably still is. I'm not gonna say
Oh,
was.
definitely,
No,
definitely.
he got to own that. He got to own that.
Yeah. Okay.
Delion was a is a faithful Drake fan. You could not tell him that there was any music that Kendrick Lamar put out that was to the standard of Aubrey Graham. You know what I'm saying? It basically was like a non-signed freestyler in the mall going up against someone of Michael Jackson's talents. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Which brings us to where we at right now. How many Grammys did Drake get? I mean, I'm tripping. How many Grammys did Kendrick get?
Kendrick got 5 Grammys. But okay, I want to be clear. Just because I'm I'm all about the facts. So every Grammy that Kendrick got other night, Sunday night, 2 nights ago, was because of Not Like Us. Which we got to be real for 2024, they had to give him the Grammy or it would have been an upset because this was the biggest song of 2024. Like that's not it. That's not up for debate. I literally don't have time to interact with that. But he won 5 Grammys. Let me see. Kendrick Grammys. Um, yeah. Well, let's talk about his attire first while I pull this up. Supposedly, and I never knew this, the outfit he decided to wear was this blue jean outfit. Um, and the blue jean outfit was a Canadian tuxedo. This is common knowledge that I wasn't aware of. But even his outfit was supposed to be um, a diss in a way.
Not to cut you off, and I know that I am cutting you off, but I bet you Delion knew what a Canadian tuxedo was.
Look, I ain't trying to pick on the homie right now, but I hear you.
I know.
I hear you. I hear you. Let me see. So he won a Grammy for best song, best rap song, best no, sorry, song of the year, record of the year, um, music video, best rap performance, and let me see. I'm trying to see the fifth one. But this is all based on that. And anybody who's concerned with GNX came out after the cutoff for this year's Grammys. So the songs GNX, the album, and the songs associated with that will pop up on next year's Grammys, which could possibly lead to him winning more Grammys, or maybe not, regardless. But I'm just saying that all the Grammys that he won were for Not Like Us. I also like to state that Like That was nominated as well for categories. So he was nominated two songs for. Okay, here we go. We have it. Record of the year, song of the year, best music video of the year, best rap song of the year, and best rap performance of the year. And he swept it straight up. Record of the year and song of the year is different. Record of the year is more about the overall record. Song of the year is a songwriter's um, Grammy. That's something I had to look up because I did not know the difference. Record of the year acknowledges the producers involved as well as the writer. Song of the year is more about the actual songwriter. But since he wrote the song by himself, that's why he got that Grammy. Best music video of the year. Clearly, they made the music video. I mean, it was a cultural moment. Clearly, I get it. We had a lot of people in it. Best rap song of the year. I really think that's not up for debate. Best rap performance of the year. I think that's debatable. But you had the pop out, the music video, and just so many things associated with it. But like I said, literally, Future and Metro Boomin, they were up for a few awards as well. They didn't get any. I just wanted to make that clear before we move forward because I get it. It's murky territory. With respect to anybody. Um,
Hey,
anyway.
so you went easy on your homeboy, but he put the pedal to the metal in the chat with the gas and smoke and all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna have to circle back around it. He's talking about your boy Deleon Richards. He over here talking about
Yo, this is personal. Oh no, this is personal.
he said
Oh man.
ain't no picking on me. Kendrick's total career needed Drake. Then he said GNX was so bad people thought it was a mixtape. I'm like, man.
Okay. Okay, let's break this down. First of all, Kendrick entire career needed Drake. Drake never needed Kendrick. Okay. All right. So look, these are hypothetical scenarios, right? But I will say this: I'm gonna stick with the fact. The facts is the first big tour that Kendrick Lamar has ever been a part of was due to Drake. Drake sought out Kendrick because Kendrick had put out his EP, is the EP or whatever, and he was buzzing. They had sat down, had a meeting. This is recorded information. The reason why this is recorded, not only is it recorded, there's a song about this on Drake's second album, Take Care. There's a song that Kendrick Lamar is not only is he featured on it, he's the only artist on this song. It's an interlude. It's a interlude on the album where he describes meeting Drake and being envious of him. This is Kendrick Lamar's record. Regardless of this happening, he goes on tour with him and Drake takes on tour, I think it's Club Paradise tour. He took Kendrick and he
ASAP
took
Rocky.
ASAP Rocky. Yeah. And this tour helped launch their careers into mega stardom. So I definitely agree with DeLeon on that. But let me see. GNX was bad. People thought it was a mixtape. I don't think people thought it was a mixtape because it was bad. I think
Wait a
people
minute,
thought it
I
was a
think Slink got his hand up, man.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I just don't think people thought it was a mixtape because it was bad. I think they thought it was a mixtape because of the way it rolled out. But anyway, yeah, Slink, feel free to chime in.
I just want to say did Drake really help Kendrick out by putting him on his first tour,
Absolutely,
or was it a mutual exchange? Because in the
definitely
industry,
mutual.
you know who's for to be hot. You
Yes,
know. So let me line up with this nigga because he finna be hot. So I'm finna extend him an olive branch because I know he finna be hot. Whether I gave him this olive branch or not, this dude was gonna be on fire. So
yes,
I don't like buying into that narrative right there. Like, oh, he helped him. Like, man, this dude was hot and he was on his way. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree with that.
another thing you said while I was almost burning my dinner was performance of the year. That's debatable. I don't think performance of the year is debatable either, because come on, man, it's not like us. We ain't never seen nothing like that, bruh. We've
Look,
and we talking about performance of the year. What certain performance? The pop out. The nigga did it 6 times. We talking about
definitely true.
he did it 6 times. How could that not be performance of the year
And he
on the
could have
grand
went
stage?
more.
Yeah, he could have went more on a grand stage.
Definitely true.
But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah. Reason I say it's debatable is because we had other tours, we had other things going on this year.
I'm
So if
here.
somebody wanted to put up a fight, it's all good. I'm a Kendrick fan, so I try to open up like what's possible versus what's not possible. If somebody wanted to go like, oh, that was the best performance I've seen, because he didn't have you know, Kendrick had better performances than the pop out. Like his last Super Bowl performance, he had more coordinated efforts. He had the band and everything. I'm just saying that, you know, if somebody was been like, oh, there's other performances that we should look at, I'm like, I'm open to it. But I would say for me, the pop out was that was the only thing I paid attention to. But I would just say that's why I say it was debatable. But you know, you also got to understand there's some LA bias here. I'm not from LA, but the people who are from LA, somebody who's not from LA, may consider people siding with Kendrick Lamar as biased. So that's why I try to open up the gates to what else is possible. That's all.
But dude,
Mhm.
Drake's biggest fan off up in this chat right now Texas, is it? Well, in Texas?
Was it?
No, I'm saying Deleon. I mean, ain't he in Texas or from Texas or something?
Yeah, he from Houston. He from Houston.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
He.
This is burning down. Okay. Anyway, and I'll tell you this too. So being at the Grammys, right? I'm not gonna lie. The Grammy, this was not the best Grammy year. You can see the energy, and it could have been because of the fires, right? There are certain moments because the energy in the room wasn't at the highest. You could see certain things that popped the room. Like when Dolce won, it was crazy. It like people lit up. And I was like, oh, finally. Because I was like, yo, it was so dead. I don't want to disrespect whatever the televised version or whatever, because I respect the whole performance and everything. Just literally shows. I'm a producer on the other side, so I get it. But when Not Like Us, when Kendrick was nominated and Not Like Us came up, they played the song extra long. And when they got to the A minor part, everybody was saying A minor. Like
Hey,
I thought,
man.
I thought it felt a little weird when people was like when they played the song past the 2 minute mark,
Hey.
but when they got to the A minor part, it was like, oh, I see why they did that. So respect. I mean, the song it deserved all the awards this year, man. I can't knock it.
And I would say this, man. We gonna see a Grammy for GNX.
Yo, well, it
Definitely a
definitely,
nomination.
but at the same, definitely a nomination. But at the same time, we gotta see what else is coming. Like literally, the entire 2025 up until September is available to be nominated, and we got some good artists up for dropping an album in 2025. So I'm just saying, and then also 2 sweeps in 2 years is ridiculous. So if Kendrick come back and clean up because of GNX, that'd be sick. I don't know. But we do have the Super Bowl to look forward to.
Hey, the Super Bowl, the same way that your boy Deleon was going in first and second gear, and then he went straight to sixth. Once the Super Bowl, after this Sunday or during this Sunday at that halftime show, the same gas that Deleon put in his tank and recharged his batteries and put the new tires with the new tread on, Kendrick is going to be on it. Dude, it's a whole nother cycle. It's going to be a whole nother cycle.
Oh man. Oh, so okay. How about this? Deleon brought this up. Dolce's first week sales, he says 11K. I gotta check the facts on that, but it was very low. But she got a Grammy. She won the Grammy for was it best rap album? What are your thoughts on that?
Ah, man. So one of my superpowers is
Okay.
that I can understand how an artist is relatable, even though they're not necessarily relatable to me. But I can look, I'm not gonna argue that a whole bunch of people like her, but I really haven't connected with any of her music.
Look, I'll tell you this. I like her, but musically, I have not connected with her. And if people aren't buying the music, I hate to say it, especially in today's time, buying means more than it ever has been. Because people would just buy something back in the day and it wouldn't really mean nothing. But nowadays, if somebody's buying something, especially with streaming, like buying is like intentional, and I understand that every label has their tricks and manipulation tactics. But at the end of the day, to buy a record, it takes effort because you can listen to it all day and not buy it. But also, too, 10 listens of one record on an album equates to is equivalent to an album sale. So we're kind of in a weird time period. But I just want to name the nominees for best rap album, and I want to hear your actual opinions. Okay, best rap album, right? You had J. Cole, Might Delete Later, Common and Pete Rock, The Auditorium, Volume One, Eminem, Death of Slim Shady, Future and Metro Boomin, We Don't Trust You, and Dolce, which was the winner, Alligator Bites Never Heal. Dolce won. Do you feel like, first of all, did you listen to any of these other albums?
No,
I I did.
only
Okay.
Metro and Future only.
Okay.
Eminem,
And
Metro, and Future.
do you personally feel that anybody else deserved to win over Dolce?
I can't say either. I can't say yeah or nay because I never gave any of those albums enough play. I listen to Metro and Future because of like that. However, I will say what the small dose of Dolce that I did get, I say the girl's very talented, and again, I'm just old. That's what's happening right now. You know what I'm saying? And the girl, she's spitting hard, homie.
She's
And
spitting. So you heard her spit.
yeah, she's spitting hard.
Yeah.
Spitting
The
hard.
energy. I'll say
Right.
that's what so me connecting with her, like, and that's what made me say, like, it might not, it's nothing I can connect with, but her energy and her enthusiasm is kind of like, it was made for people like me that aren't going to connect, but I can't deny that she's a talented artist. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
she goes hard. But you know what? We need to double back real quick because your boy
Okay.
out there in Houston, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna ride him the whole show. We're not gonna ride him the whole
Hold on,
podcast.
before you move on, I just want to give my 2 piece because look, all right, I listened to Mike Delete later, and the song he deleted was the Kendrick diss, crazy as fuck. I listened to Common and Pete Rock Auditorium. I thought that was a great album. I don't think it was either of their best, but it was definitely a great album. Eminem, Definitely Some Shady. That was a good album,
Yeah.
but repeatable. That's the thing. I didn't feel the need to revisit it.
Mm-hmm.
So even with his single, I just like, man, that's crazy. He only had one single. Eminem having one single is a travesty. That tells you a lot about the album sales, even though he's the highest selling rap artist of human history, period. Future and Metro Boomin. That's the upset. That should be the upset. The reason why that should be the upset, because that's the album that had that track that kicked off this whole beef.
Man.
To say that alligator bites never heal, beat We Don't Trust You is highly debatable. Because you understand the previous year, hip hop was considered the second genre. They said that it was finally out of the number one place of hip hop. And we gotta acknowledge, we gotta give Future Metro Boomin some credit, because at the end of the day, this album kicked off hip hop being put back in the number one space, being the number one point of conversation and everything. So it's very weird. It's very weird. I haven't listened to Alligator Bites Never Heal. I have to listen to it. I do think the girl can spit, like I was saying. But this album, I'm gonna have to check it out, because if it's beating J. Cole, Common, Eminem, and Future, this album better be fucking fire from front to back.
Hey,
I don't even like the
man.
name already.
She definitely spit.
So,
I tell you what, if she writing her own raps, I'm gonna give her props because she definitely spitting. She's imaginative. She's not selling pussy. She's introspective.
Yeah.
She's dope, man. She that quirky new thing, that quirky millennial shit. You know what I'm saying? She's dope. She's dope. She's very introspective, and yeah, I
yeah.
like.
And I sat right next to her. I ain't gonna lie. She bad in person. She's like, I mean, this is like a chick I can holler at like in real life. Like, I don't think I need a job to holler at her, but I think she's a nice person. Anyway, I just want to throw that out there because I sat next to her. She's cool. I mean, being a good person got to qualify for something, right? But anyway, she all right.
Hey, man. This the last time I'm gonna refer back to your partner, man. But he really fixed his fingers to type after the Super Bowl. Kendrick's career as a rap.
What did he say?
He said,
He said,
shoot. Basically, I'm gonna paraphrase, but he basically said that Kendrick's career is gonna go to shit after the Super Bowl.
yeah. Sorry. Sorry. Dang. No. That's a biased standpoint. No artist. Every artist who's ever done a Super Bowl has received a bump from that level of publicity. So I definitely don't agree with that. But we'll see. I think the most common criticism of Drake fans for Kendrick Lamar is the fact that he doesn't put music out at the same rate that Drake does. And I think the criticism of Kendrick Lamar, mostly out of anybody, is that they want more of him. Like, he doesn't give enough. But that's one of those criticisms that is like, I mean, it's one of those like good problem, privileged problems. Like, oh, I love this dude so much, I got to see more of him. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, I can't really relate to that. I just don't relate to that. Now, if you want to talk about, if we could pivot to Kendrick or to Drake, we could talk a little more, elaborate more. But it's it. I'll say the common questions is this: Is Kendrick Lamar that nigga? Yes, he is. Does he deserve the accolades? Does the music equate to the accolades? I gotta admit, the music equates to the accolades. It's just he's that good. Does he make hit records? Because that's the thing. That was the thing. I think the common criticism of him recently was he makes good songs, but can he make hit songs? GNX, like it or love it, it bumps in the club.
Oh, it was dope.
Yeah, and I know Deleon says it's only a Cali thing. I travel for a living. Not gonna lie, people be bro. People bring it to me more than I, look for it. Like Kendrick Lamar across at least the United States of America. I can't speak for outside of that, but even white people of a different dialect
They not like
respect
us. Yeah,
with
they
Kendrick Lamar. We can't ignore the impact. If this was a generic pop song and it did these numbers, no matter what the ingredients is, I know because a lot of people go, "Oh, you only did it because of Drake." It don't matter. Making pop songs are hard to make, bro. The thong song literally had the one line in there where he said, Ricky Martin, she was living La Vida Loca. It don't even fucking matter. The thong song was bigger than Ricky Martin's career. When things are when a pop song is taking the ingredients of the current culture and busting through, we gotta give it credit. We cannot. I didn't even like um, Hotline Bling, but you can't ignore its cultural impact.
Yeah, I can agree.
And not like us is bigger than all of that. Every song I just
So,
named is bigger. So yeah,
so my little 2 cents before we move on, man,
yeah.
is that you need to take Delion on the road with you, dude, because he's hilarious, man.
He
Like
goes on a road with.
we need to put some shine on him, man. We need to put some more shine on him, man. This dude, we need to put some shine on him, man. He's somewhat delusional, but it's very entertaining for me to look down at this chat and to read his and this is what we do. Not next week, but in the next couple of weeks, man. We got to bring him. We got to
We have
bring
him
him. In.
on.
Yeah. We got to bring him in, man. We got to bring him in. He's ready to go. He's ready to go.
uh,
He,
yeah. But yeah, it's fine. I understand. This is a hard time. If you're a Drake fan, I'm sure you're having a hard time right now. But I like to acknowledge this because the question is was it Drake and Kendrick good for hip hop or bad? I believe personally, I'll take this on by myself without Delion or anybody else. Jeremy Scippio believes both Drake and Kendrick are good for hip hop. Literally immediately before all this beef stuff kicked off, the big question was when Most Def said, "Is Drake hip hop?" And I vehement, I can't speak right now. Uh, I can't say the word. I profusely defended Drake because I do feel like, despite him doing other genres of music, he is hip hop. He's hip hop. Um, but I do feel like he's good for hip hop. But at the same time, I can't consume his albums. That's where I stand on that. His albums tend to be more focused towards women and more about heartbreak and emotional stuff. That when I'm looking for my favorite rap artist of all time, he doesn't really embody that. And
they're
that's
made
my
for they're made
huh?
for Delion, man.
Look, like I said, I'm not trying to attack the homie. I'm just saying that
I'm
when I
not
listen to
attacking him.
when I listen to Drake, I just don't feel like that's what he get. But with that being said, I like to give him congrats. He had his first night of his Anita Max Win tour in Australia. I forgot the actual city, but he sold out an arena. Kudos to Drake. That's what I understand. That was a victory thing for him because he needed to prove that he didn't need the Grammys, he didn't need all this other stuff, and also he had like bullet holes smoking in his body or something like that. I guess that's to symbolize that no matter how many shots he take at him, he's still alive. I don't really get that part. But hey, Drake, hey, keep working, keep winning. I don't understand where he's gonna go from here. But I understand this was a tough, regardless of what side of the fence you stand on, this was a tough year for him. This was a
Hey
tough
man,
year.
I agree with you at 100%, Sip. I like Drake prior to this. I still say he's a very talented dude.
Yeah,
Is he the greatest rapper of all time? Nah. He's a little bit too much all over the board. However,
yeah.
he's a great entertainer. He's a great entertainer. I just think he bit off more than he could chew. I'm with Kendrick.
Facts.
I like Drake when he
Facts.
sings a song. I don't like Drake when he's trying to act tough. Don't do that.
Facts.
Just be the what's the word? The anomaly or the whatever you are. Just be that
Pop
and
star.
be the pop star. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
Yeah.
Just you know,
We gonna move on from this, Jeremy. But
Yeah,
I
yeah, yeah. We
gotta
can move on. I just trying to
no,
answer
but
the actual
Pete,
question.
the,
Yeah.
the reason why I say we gonna move on is because, dude, your boy Delion had me roped into this, and we be talking till tomorrow, man. But he said a couple good ones. He said a couple good ones. He said a couple good ones that we gotta.
We'll have them all.
So he said, Kendrick is no. He said Drake is the best rapper alive, and said he's battle tested.
Yeah, I mean, clearly, I don't think anybody here I don't think anybody here agrees, so we have to move on from that. I mean, that's subjective,
he's
and that
battle
would be
tested. He been in a couple
he's battle
battles.
tested.
He just lost one, but yeah, he
Yeah,
definitely battle tested. He been in some
I,
battles.
I, I, yeah, I would say he's the most battle tested, or one of the most battle tested rappers because he brought on all challengers. Even though he started his career with, he said diss me and you never hear a reply for it. He definitely replied to just about every diss, and he's also insinuated he's encouraged. He created some beef with just about everybody at some point. But at the same time, I've always stood on the fact that we didn't know what would happen between a Drake and a Kendrick because Kendrick, though people were scared of him, he never entered in an official battle. This is first official rap beef, and he won. All right, hey, bro, this would have been a good bet. But at the end of the day, this nigga won. We just need to move on.
Hey, okay. Last thing. I didn't get on this before we move on. People talking
Mhm.
about DeLeon, talking about Kendrick's career gonna be over after the Super Bowl. I'm gonna tell you why it's not. Because Kendrick is doing everything he can to stay in touch with the streets, with the
Yeah,
people, with the
facts.
he's shouting out and showing love to his inspirations, to his city, and it's a certain. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it right now. It's a certain reverence that we have for Kendrick that I don't think Drake is gonna ever get from Toronto. It's a
Mhm.
certain reverence that we have as Los Angelinos, West Coasters, Kendrick fans that Drake could never find an equivalent to from his city because I think he too far out of touch with his city. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I would say he did move around a lot, and the people that back him, at least according to the Rick Ross thing, I don't think he wants that to be the representation of like who he is. Because it's like some you know Aryan Brotherhood dudes beat up Rick Ross. I don't think Drake wants to claim that that's his. Like I said, we can keep going on this, but we should probably move on at the end of the day.
Last one before we move on, man. And this is the true last one. My man Ben Frank. You know what I'm saying? He's
Then Frank, let's
worthy.
go.
He's worthy. He said, Aubrey has an all-star writing team. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
K Dot's a beast. Dot can't be stopped. And dude, Ben Frank is back east somewhere. So it's not dude,
It's
it's somewhere
not
where it gets
just
cold.
LA. Yeah, it's
I'm
not just
almost
LA.
positive it gets cold. So I'm just saying, Kendrick is not just about a regional LA thing, and it's we just jocking him because he's so LA and we gonna ride for LA, dude. First of all, I'm gonna say this to you, Delion. California makes as much money as countries do, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we're the
This is
heartbeat.
true. This is true. This is true. This is true.
We,
California is the entertainment capital of the globe, so we cannot. Yeah, LA has taken some losses, but as far as the money that's generated off of entertainment alone, you're absolutely right. California is not. It's not even close. And as long as Trump, as long as he mind his business, he'll stay that way. You're absolutely right on that front, and it's influential globally for facts.
so tell me this, Jeremy. I got one for you. What are you
Okay.
listening to right now?
What am I listening to right now? Sheesh. Let me see. I can do this because I decided to open my ears up. I needed to listen to Alligator Bites. Uh, Never Heal because I was like, I am not gonna lie, I was floored by that. I tried to listen to The Weeknd. I'm trying to tell you that soft R&B stuff. I can't do it. Really try. I really try. I'm gonna try again actually because I'll tell you two reasons. One, I will say Delion told me to check it out. I was like, I got you. Two, because they made a really big deal at it at the Grammys. The Grammys was like, because the Grammys have gone through a lot of scrutiny over the years for them not being diverse, the panel just being a bunch of old, out of touch white people. So the Grammys had intentionally Harvey Mason, who is the CEO of the Grammy Committee, straight up, and they have the Grammy Committee is extremely more diverse than it's ever been in the history of the Grammys, and they've been inviting more people. I'll be honest. I definitely believe Kendrick Lamar winning, and Beyonce winning the country award, is due to how diverse the Grammy Committee currently is. They're definitely listening and they're taking steps to move or whatever and change or whatever. But that's what encouraged me when they made a big deal out of the Weeknd being their biggest protester. He was the biggest. He was swore off the Grammys and he performed at the Grammys. And even with that being said, I'm listening and I'm just like he does not connect with me, man, at all. Respect to the Weeknd, no disrespect, but yeah, what he does for a living is and shout out to Abel. Personally, he's a great dude. I met him at the Often music video. I'm not his cup of tea. Um, Outside of that, I think I'm still on Chronocopia. I'll check out some new artists, because they were nominated as well. But I think I still listen to Chronocopia and GNX right now, currently. Just me. No disrespect to anybody. Oh, Ben Frank said Breezy got the dopest right now. I gotta listen to 11:11. Um, I definitely feel like Breezy, he won a Grammy, but it was non-televised. Breezy's Chris Brown. I think that might have been a retroactive Grammy because they didn't want to nominate him because of what he did
With
at
them
the end of the day.
hands,
Yeah,
that's what Amaru said, something that was tastefully not, not the most tasteful, but that's Amaru's comedy, man. He will say things that are kind of wild but very funny. He says Amaru, he's the comedian that says stuff that I would say in my head and laugh at. But he types it and be going
yeah,
hard.
yeah. Can't I mean Chris Brown is I definitely feel like he's elite level. He's elite level. But at the same time, he's been putting out music consistently, but I just say for it to hit me, and I'll admit that, I am a little like it has to hit certain airways for it to hit me, especially when it's R&B. It has to break through. Um Chris Brown has had bigger tracks, he has bigger albums, he has had better albums. I'll check out 11:11, but at the end of the day, clearly this stuff because he did in the past that's the reason why he deserved. It's just like with Leonardo DiCaprio, and he won the Oscar for Revenant. When this dude has been, killing it. Well, he should have deserved one for Wolf of Wall Street. but for whatever how the industry moves or maneuver or whatever, that's just how that goes. But respect to all the artists. I'm not disrespecting them. I just tell them like it is.
Jeremy the politician. Real quick for you, Slink. Uh, acting, stand up, or voice work.
It varies. It depends on the job, man. It really does. I could have a voice job that pays well that might be boring to me, but it pays well. And I get an acting job that don't pay as well, but have a great time on set and do a great project. So it just depends on the project, man. It's project specific, actually.
Tell me this: uh when you got the Good Times project, what did you do to become Delvin?
Oh man, just pulled out my inner burntness. You know what I'm saying? Just pulled out my inner burntness, man. And shit, man, I don't know.
Mm.
No, I think it was more. I think most of the time when I get those type of roles, it ain't about turning myself into Dalvin as much as it is making Dalvin me.
Tell me this. I'm not going to ask for any particulars, but at any time did you say, man, they got this character Dalvin going a little too far?
Uh, no, I don't want to say that, man. I looked at it, I see it for what it is. It's a cartoon, it's satire, and it's absurd. It's kind of hard though for us because see ourselves like that after everything we've been through, stuff we've been through. But I just chalk it up to absurdity, man. You know what I'm saying? Family Guy, absurd humor. Simpsons, absurd humor. It's just absurd. It's absurd satire, and I ain't feel no way about it.
Yeah, yeah. So
Mhm.
as far as GTA was concerned, um, how did you become part of the GTA family?
DJ Pooh invited me down for audition. I went down to ace the audition based on DJ Pooh giving me the call.
Dang.
Yep.
Did you have any idea that that video game would be as large as it ended up being?
I'm honestly said no. I knew it'd be big, but for it to be a big, for it to have the type of impact it has on the culture, that, hey, homie, I was over in Jamaica, them boys knew Lamar.
Hey, I'll tell you, the whole little rock star family and all that. I saw a documentary in uh Slash. They were talking to Slash about Guitar Hero, and they were talking about Guns N' Roses and all that kind of stuff. And it's a trip. I was in Italy at this hotel when Slash had this was probably about maybe 2002, 2003, but the Guns N' Roses thing I don't think was cracking at the time, and Slash had like a band that he put together, and
Mhm.
Slash was talking about how when he stopped working with Guns N' Roses and he did that video game Guitar Hero, which I want to say Guitar Hero, if it's not the most, at one point it was the most selling uh video game. You know what I'm saying? And he
Mhm.
was like, man, I went from doing arenas and shows to doing this video game thing that people tried to tell me was going to be cool and great and everything. And he's like, man, he made so much money off of Guitar Hero. he was like, he was like, man, this is a whole nother world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that I think that's what always tends to happens with artists of a certain caliber. It's like you work hard, you work hard. Like I say the job that either made you famous or you worked the hardest on tends not to be the highest paying one. But then like you get some like for example, Keanu Reeves just played like Shadow the Hedgehog in the Sonic movie. Like, he got paid banking. He didn't even have to, you know what I mean? He probably just did. The character I don't even think spoke that much. But I'm pretty sure he made more off. He'd rather do that movie than John Wick or The Matrix. You could do that from home. So yeah, it's crazy. It's like you
Super,
you you in something new, ain't you?
Oh yeah, got this project playing on the In the Black network called Fire. It's out right now, February 1st. Really excited about that.
and that
Yeah,
other one, the other one, we can't talk about it probably until March. I told Jeremy about it. I told Jeremy.
Yeah,
I wasn't going there, but it looked good, man. You got some lines in there. I think that's like, especially when you make the trailer, that's how you know like your lines are pivotal.
yeah. It was a blessing, man. It was a blessing, man. Written, directed, and produced by Lorraine Michelle, um, starring Shireen Crutch and Vincent Ward. And they gave me a part to play, so I'm excited about that.
Mhm.
Super Bowl is getting closer. Predictions.
I predicted somebody gonna win.
I'm talking about halftime predictions.
Oh, I think at this point he gonna do not like us.
That's gonna be there. I'm saying I'm not gonna count your boy Aubrey
Oh my gosh,
coming
man.
out.
He got a show on that day, man. Come on, man.
Oh, he does?
Hold on, man. Here, I'm a.
Dang, I thought that they would do
He,
the I got
he
you.
I
he
hate it.
gonna be as far away from that place as possible.
I hate it for that boy because I do like him. Now between the two, I'm of course pick a side, and you see I'm on the West, but I do like him, and but he just making some real goofy ass moves right now, real goofy ass desperation moves, real cornball. You looking more corn. You looking like every bit of the cornball that these niggas said you were before everybody could really see it. But now you looking like a real super cornball. I just wish he just chill, be quiet, enjoy his money for a little while, make some records for the ladies and shit, sing to the girls, put some gel in his hair, and
Look, this is the thing. This is the thing. All right, just to be clear, and I ain't look, Smoochie, I appreciate your predictions, but February 9th, 2025, Drake Aubrey Graham will be in Melbourne, and he's the headliner, so he has to be there. Australia. I'm sure that was intentional. He picked that date on purpose. He will be there February 9th to the 13th. So I believe in him. I believe he wants to be as far away on the planet as possible from New Orleans. But that doesn't rule out your other prediction, which Lil Wayne might be there.
Yeah, yeah. And
I
I
I think that's a possibility.
if Lil Wayne comes there, if Lil Wayne comes, Drake he's gonna die. Cause that's that the look of that is gonna be like, I mean, if I was Wayne, and even if I wanted to come, I wouldn't. Even if I got invited, I wouldn't because man, this guy
it's no way.
he just killed my protege, man.
It's no way.
Well, no, he. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you go ahead, Jeremy.
I believe that was impossible. Because Smooch brought it up before. But this is what changed my mind. When Lil Wayne went on, he went on
First
was it
take.
first take? First take,
Yeah.
and this interview was so unnecessary. It just didn't need to be. They could have talked about
Skip
sports.
Bayless.
Skip Bayless brought up the fact that he brought it up like, hey, what's going on with you and Kendrick Lamar? He goes, oh, we cool. Literally, Lil Wayne made it a huge deal that he was not performing and this was a travesty. And he said, I heard people saying my name. He wanted all the smoke. Then his tune changed. Tune changed when he was like, "Oh no," he said, "I ain't got no problem with Kendrick." He said, "I called him and he said I wished him luck and I said he better kill it." So when he said he better kill it, that told me everything. I was like, "Oh, because these niggas shouldn't even be in touch." You know what I'm
I think
saying?
I think Wayne level headed. I think Wayne see it for what it is.
Yeah,
Like Drake on his team, but Wayne is actually the elder statesman and all this. And I know Wayne, he might have been upset, but I know he ain't upset with Kendrick because Kendrick wasn't the one that called the shot. Now he could be upset. He could be, in my opinion, he could be upset with the whole debacle surrounding it, the Super Bowl committee, whoever else. But I don't think that it should not be a personal thing with Wayne and Kendrick, especially seeing that Kendrick had on several occasions listed Wayne as an influence as well.
yeah.
I
Yo, yeah,
mean,
definitely. Kendrick was a huge. I mean, Wayne was a huge influence on Kendrick. He dedicated a whole mixtape to him. So yeah, absolutely. And my thing is this, like, okay, like even if Wayne does pop up and the Hot Boys, I mean, because that's a moment. New Orleans deserves a moment. You know what I'm saying? That's a prediction. People think Hot Boys gonna pop up. I
For
think that
sure.
I think they deserve that. I really do. Like outside of
They
all this
will.
shit, they deserve that. They deserve to hear back that ass up on the horns. It's a perfect song to have, your trombones and your tubas and the dancing and the marching band. Kendrick's not unfamiliar with the marching band. You can cross over songs so easily. This is not, but whatever. If they decide not to do it, I hear that too. The only thing is, I say with Lil Wayne, he can do it and still be cool with Drake because at the end of the day, Drake smashed his girl while he was in prison. And this is factual information. I would say whether somebody performing on stage with your ops versus somebody smashing your girl, which is a bigger crime towards a friendship, smashing your girl, and I let you slide with that, and I let you eat still, you owe me one. Just one. A big one. But you owe me one. Pause. So if this one is let me perform at the Super Bowl, because this means a lot to Lil Wayne. This means a lot to him. You know what I'm saying? If this is the one that he gets back for him smashing his girl, this is factual information. Lil Wayne said, "Had my heart broken by a woman named Tammy, but hoes gonna be hoes, so I couldn't blame Tammy." He confirmed that was the girl he was talking about. Drake confirmed that was the girl he was talking about. The girl confirmed that was the girl he was talking about. Kendrick said, "Fuck the Wayne girl," and he's a jet. That's conniving. This is all tied together. If Lil Wayne wants to come out and do 6 foot, 7 foot, he wants to do Lollipop, and he wants to do a Millie and back that ass up. I'm not gonna look at him sideways, personally. That's just me. I'd be like, all right, bro, you deserve this. I'm not gonna let you shouldn't let this beef. This beef already stepped on so many other projects, so many other artists. Why should it step on Lil Wayne's moment of performing at the Super Bowl in his hometown? I just don't think that this beef is bigger than Lil Wayne performing. So I think
no,
he should do that. This
it
person.
can't be. Can't be.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to wait maybe 3 weeks to a month before we get Delion on, man. He's so worked up right now, man. He go, he's so worked up right now. He gonna take him 3 weeks to a month to chill out after Super Bowl, man. He gonna be hating on Super Bowl so bad. You know what I'm saying?
Lil Wayne and the Hot Boys deserve to come out. I don't think Drake or Kendrick's getting away of them performing at Super Bowl. Nor I just, bro, get out of here, bro. Like, let's just let it happen. Like, I would be mad if Kendrick said no. If I found out Kendrick said no, I'd be mad. So just let it happen, bro. Let them go ahead. That's the song is perfect for the boom, 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 boom. I'm just saying. I just think that's crazy.
You know, to move on to another current event, man. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? Uh I'm gonna ask you, and then we're gonna go to Slink.
Okay.
With you, Jeremy,
Yeah.
what did you see Elon Musk do when he was standing at that podium, so energetic and enthusiastic?
I think he meant to do the Nazi salute. I think that's what his intentions were. I think what he actually did was when a mentally ill patient wants some more applesauce, and they be like, "Oh, me, I want, I need, who wants seconds? I want it." You know what I mean? I just think that his confidence didn't match uh, his energy, and I think that we kind of just stuck with whatever we got. I think the best thing to do with lame people of any caliber, of any genre, I don't care how much money you got, is to ignore them. I think we given them too much attention, and we witnessed this before. Elon want to be cool, man. Like he want to be cool. That's how Kanye played him before, because Kanye got the cool factor. Elon just rich. He'll never be cool. I don't know the price on that is, but apparently it's more money than he got.
You can't buy cool. You
There
can't
it
buy.
is.
You can't buy cool. Shout out to Captain Black, man. You can't buy cool, man. You
There
can't
it
buy
is.
Yeah, not for sale. You know what I'm saying?
swag is not for sale, man.
Yeah, I felt bad for him. I was watching that moment that could have been pivotal. It could have been a thing that would have written down in the history books as, wow, this was the moment white people overcame. I don't know. But instead, we looked at this dork, this dweeb, fuck up a Nazi salute. this cornball fuck up something that could have been a monumental moment for white people. So I don't know. I don't care what people feel about it. I just think it's just corny. It's just corny.
TikTok.
TikTok. Was it? How important is TikTok to me? Is TikTok? I mean, it's just another version of social media. I don't think that it represents majority of people. I think that I would say it represents the kids, but the kids just follow what's hot. So, I would say even though TikTok was gone for that day, that was a big deal. Um, I was actually kind of happy because I was like, maybe kids will want to be firefighters again, like when I was young,
Mm,
because apparently we need it, you know, like besides being influencers. I don't know what y'all think.
You Slink.
I don't know. I mean, I got a TikTok, but to be honest with you, I ain't making no money off none of my social media, so I don't really care. I mean, a little couple dollars, $2 or $3 every month. I don't give a fuck about that shit, man. So I don't know. I'm not vested in it like some of these other people are. Some of these other people say they're making a living off of it, and more power to them. But I'm not there. I mean, it's still social media and a means to get my message out there for me, and not necessarily a financial resource. So I don't give a fuck about this shit, man.
Facebook removing fact check.
Yeah, so I think that it goes to show that people going to side with whatever like is popular opinion, long as it's not affecting their bottom dollar. I think with Mark Zuckerberg, um, he even to fact check, he got pushed by the government to fact check. Like that wasn't just something he did of his own volition. They was putting pressure on his ass. So that was the middle ground to be like, hey, well, we'll just start fact checking information. I'm cool with the fact check, but I just put it in the category of entertainment still, just because I hate to say it, facts change, overnight. Statistics change overnight. You just never know. So it just can't be one thing that was like, across the board a factual thing. Um, but I do think it should exist because a lot of people talk out of their ass. But him removing it is a sentiment of, you got Trump's cabinet, which consists of Elon Musk, Joe Rogan's influence, the multiple areas that feel like woke culture is the problem, which I personally don't feel like woke culture is the problem. I feel like that's just an evolution of society, playing musical chairs. I don't think that the people that they feel like are that they have a voice but the percentage of the nation that they affect is so small that we shouldn't have to make laws or bend to their will or their needs. But if that's what the left, sorry, the right decides is the biggest enemy, that's fine. But when we're done with that, let's get some actual litigation that actually can change some things in America and focus on making more money for the common person. Because these little internet beefs don't matter. It's just all entertainment. I'll put all that in the category of entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking on entertainment, I'm waiting for your homeboy to go crazy, but I know he holding it in the chamber. But boy, oh boy, as somebody that's into that kind of shock comedy, that shock and awe comedy and all that, your boy David Lucas, boy, I bet you he almost bit his lips off, boy. He want to go, he want to go so hard right now.
What's the thing? I don't understand.
No, he
I
didn't do
just want to
anything. He didn't do
okay.
anything, but David Lucas with his brand of comedy, he'll just go, yeah, he not as far as like the right wing or left wing, but David Lucas likes to go left. Like he likes to go against the society's norms and just he likes to
Oh,
get people goals.
he's definitely a white or right winger, but I think he amassed a fan base on a level that he's kind of pandering to them. You know what I mean? I mean, like he's making a lot of money with them. I'm just keeping it 100. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what they want to hear. Uh, you know, uh, yeah, yeah. I mean, that's all I can say about that. I mean, I don't. I mean, I don't know his voting preference. I don't even know if he votes or not. I just know that he do fuck with Trump. But Trump's people or what Trump has established, it's changing by day. Like right now, stuff that he said last week is being
Oh,
undone. So I
today,
can't really.
what he
Yeah,
says tonight will be changed by 6 a.m. Pacific Standard.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like I can't really. I think I need some of this dust to settle in order for me to like get like a even on Trump to get like a this is what the standard is because you got to understand the two platforms that he ran on during the last election, well not last election, during his 2016 run was he was totally against Obamacare, which is still in effect. That he actually once he got in the inside, he actually seen that it wasn't as bad as he thought it was for some reason. And the wall still hasn't been built,
The
and he
border wall.
hasn't the border wall. Yeah, so I for me personally, I feel like I have to put all this other stuff that he's saying. I still have to put it in that category until we see something that's actually done and changed.
Real quick, Slink,
Yeah.
your most iconic moment.
My most iconic moment. Taking my entire family to Hawaii.
Mm.
I remember when you said you did that and you were very excited to do it, to really just have everybody out there and to put it together and for it to be harmonious. And yeah, no, that's dope.
Yeah, I think that's one of my most iconic moments. It's a personal one. Not everybody know that one,
Mm.
but to answer the question, that's probably my most iconic moment.
Mm.
Jeremy.
Well, okay.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna ask Slink, what's the best advice anyone's given you?
Hmm. I get so much good advice, man. Hmm. I don't know, man. I'm drawing a blank. It's just so much good advice, man. I get a lot of good advice from Greg right here on the chat with us. But what's the best? I don't know, man. Probably with my mama. My mama told me, watch what you say. Be careful what you say out there because it always come back.
Mm.
Hey,
Mm.
I got one. Look both ways before you cross, man. It'll never steer you wrong.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
All right, I'm gonna hit you with the last one, Slink. We've been going for a hot second. We've had some evolution. You've evolved from getting up in the middle of a podcast, going and making a sandwich and coming back to just cooking dinner for the fam and just having your daughter come in and do a cameo, you know what I'm saying? Brighten everything up. Let us know the youth is looking bright, man. You know what I'm saying? But I know a side of you that a lot of people don't know. And I'm gonna hit you with some stuff that's different than acting, different than comedy, all that. Uh video editing, uh shooting video or photography. What's your favorite out of those?
Oh, probably video editing.
Mm.
Okay.
Probably I mean, when your machine and everything is firing on all cylinders, like editing can be very daunting when your computer or your equipment is slow. You know what I'm saying? But when your shit is up to speed, it's like putting together a good ass puzzle. And the thing about this puzzle is only you know how it's gonna look. Only you know what it turns. It ain't no standard. Like you make this puzzle into this. No, it's like you taking all the clips and you making it into something. You know what I mean?
And
Mm.
me having a rare glimpse into your personal life, out of the eye of the public, man, I remember when you were excited because I want to say you started editing around COVID, huh?
I started getting heavy on it. Yeah, I always liked it, always dabbled with it, but around COVID, I got a hold of a computer that was pretty hot. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times before that, I would try to edit, and my computer was never hot enough, and it'll lag and stutter and all this shit. And
Render for days.
for days, yeah, man. I got disenchanted with it, but I found out what to get and started using better stuff to make it like that video I put on Instagram today. Uh, it only took
Man,
it only took me 4 hours to do. Now it ain't the best video to the the upper echelon editors, but for a guy like me, 4 hours to do that 1.5 minute video, that's damn good.
yeah, nah, it was tight. I'm gonna hit you with the last one, man. Your ultimate goal.
My ultimate goal is to be my ultimate goal is to be financially prosperous enough to do what the fuck I want to do for the rest of my life and not worry about ever having to do nothing. I still want to do comedy, still want to do TV, still want to act and have fun doing that. But I want to do it because I want to and I want to have fun, not because I need the money. Like a nigga just rich. Like one day I would hit Costa Rica because I feel like it. You know what I mean? Fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what everybody wants, but again, in my mind, wealth is a mixture of things. It's health, it's optimism, and it ain't even all the money. It's just a little money, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
You know,
Hear that?
You,
Passive
Jeremy,
income.
your ultimate goal.
Ultimate goal, man. To be an instrument for my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, man. That's it. You know what I mean? Like,
that's answer.
I I couldn't have predicted my path here, and people told me when I expressed the things I wanted to do, people told me I wasn't gonna be great at it, and man, I this week alone was a blessing. So yeah, I just keep opening myself as an instrument. Honestly, I mean, God got a better plan for me than I got for myself. So,
Amen.
you know.
That's dope. Well, no, man, I want to thank you, gentlemen. You got anything coming up, Slink?
Oh yeah, I'm in Phoenix, man. February 13th at Mike Drop Comedy, man. Check out Fire on In the Black Network right now. Good times on Netflix. Black Jesus streaming on Hulu, HBO Max, Tubi. Check that out, man. Check me out on the Comedy Store February 20th. And man, check me out on Splendid Radio at any given.
That's right. That's right. And where can they check you on your socials?
Oh, Cash App dollar sign Slink Johnson.
Yeah, that's the best social. That's the best social media one right
I know,
there.
right?
And what's up with you, Jeremy? What you got coming going down?
Man, check me out at Venmo at Jeremy Scippio. That's all
Man,
that matters.
give it up, nigga.
Heard
uh,
that.
yeah. No. I say the show. I don't even know if we got Canadian viewers, but I'm be in Victoria, Canada, March 1st. 8 p.m. Hecklers. Check me out online there. That's the show I'm focused on right now. Other than that, I got haha. So I'm at the Laugh Factory Long Beach and haha on the 6th. Let's see. I'm downtown LA on the 8th. Let me see what else I got. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, and we got plenty of time, but March 30th, I'll be at the Comedy Store. I got another JSL coming up. But yeah. I guess if you in LA, JSL March 30th, we're gonna go a little harder on that. That's the follow up to my birthday show. And Canada, if you are a Canadian person, let me know. Hit me up. Come kick with me. I'll be just outside of Vancouver. That's pretty much man. Yeah, Slink, I want to get on stage with you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I'm trying to get one of your shows, man.
I'm gonna go to Canada with you, nigga.
Shoot, come on, for real. I got everything set up, so
We
you,
having all
you really
this,
can't come.
we having all this Drake. I really want to come, man. But I just want the Canadian people to know we having all this Drake talk. Slink love Canada. Slink does have an affinity for Canadian culture. That goddamn poutine is good.
Woo, with the gravy,
Poutine.
man.
Baby,
With the
man.
gravy.
And
This will be my first time.
Canadians is nice people. I like Canadians, and I think the Canadians need to check Drake and just tell him continue to be Canadian, be a nice guy, just be nice.
Only quorum I got with Canada, and I want to say they got the same thing up in Seattle. I'm not with the cream cheese on the hot dogs, man.
Oh, they put cream cheese on hot dog? All right, try that. That's
I
a that's a that's a,
ain't
that's
never
a
heard,
bad thing.
I ain't never heard that, but I
Yeah,
tell
I
you,
gotta try.
I had a goddamn ground beef pizza in Vancouver that was good as a bitch. Oh, that shit was slamming, homie. Woo!
I gotta try. Yeah, I'm all about when I get to a new area, I gotta try the food. So yeah, I'm open to that. Yeah, that's everything.
All right, pimps.
There we go. Oh.
I'm funny as hell, man. And but you know what though? I'm gonna give a shout out to why I'm funny as hell.
Oh wow, yeah, he got a steering wheel. That's a whoopee cushion.
Yeah, man.
He got the-
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. My mom's birthday today, man. Rest in peace, man. I had a little sip for her, you know what I'm saying?
Let's go.
I didn't get loose, but I had a sip. So we still functional and able to hold it together the best we can. So once again, with that being said, this is another episode of Splendid Radio on Far Side TV. Peace.
Yo, shout out the chat. I just want to shout out y'all. Thank you guys for chiming in. Let's do it again next time.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Uh,
sir. We're gonna give your boy Delion. We might give him a month and a week, man, so he could just he gonna be so worked up during Super Bowl, man. He gonna need a couple weeks to recuperate, man. Going crazy. You know what
I
I'm
don't know
saying?
if he's a Drake fan like that. He might be on super suicide watch after the Super Bowl.
Yeah, man. We're gonna have to have Jeremy calling him and texting him and checking in on him, man.
Your boy
And,
Jeremy.
we
you
got a
might have to
recap.
FaceTime him, man. You know what I'm saying? You might
That's
have to
crazy.
FaceTime him and make
Yeah, we
sure.
got to. Yeah, man, we gonna have to have them on during that time. Yeah, we need live reaction.
Yes, sir. All right, then,
All right,
gentlemen.
y'all.